you don't have to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. I don't know about boyfriends because I'm not a girl. I'm a guy. The hell of an intro. Today's topic is really simple. I just wanted to share a few things about how I view relationships because one of my biggest struggle was I always felt lonely because I had my own cousins, I had my friends. I have my friends who are in a very healthy relationship. They have beautiful relationships going on their end, and I always felt that what am I missing? Why don't I have one? Or you know, why not just have it like everyone else? Why not have a normal life like everyone else? Like I had that insecurity, which was creating a scarcity in my life, which ended up in various different ways which were unhealthy for me. Long story short, if you're in your 20s, because the last time I was in a relationship, like actual relationship, was around the year 2008, 19 or 20. No. Around 2020 ish. Or maybe 2021. I don't even remember, but it was around the COVID time. That's the last time I was in a relationship, and also after that, in my high school, I was not actually in a relationship, but I ended up breaking my own heart um, due to the attachment I had with someone. And since then, my whole journey, self development, building my career, myself, my physique, everything's been on the journey, and it's been going great so far. What I will say about relationships is that it's not something that you have to have, especially if you're a guy. If you're building something, if you don't want a normal life, because I don't live a normal life, and if I were to be in a relationship, it would be the biggest disservice for me to be in a relationship where I'm not able to provide for her. So that's also one of the reasons why, because I'm not there yet. And on the other side, it's just like saying, if you chase the crowd, you'll end up exactly where the crowd is leading, right? And the reason why I say that is because it's funny because one of my own cousins, while we were on a trip, she asked me, "Do you have a girlfriend?" And I told no, I don't need one right now. The question was like, "Are you gay?" Like, what the fuck? I mean, that's the way people think these days, and it's just normalized. Normal people view it that way. Everybody's doing certain things, so why aren't you doing it? Why are you missing out? And as far as I'm okay because right now I'm fine with where I am. I'm still building. I don't hate women, or I don't hate this concept of relationship. I just feel like everyone's got their own timing. If timing as well as different, uh, there's different things to keep in mind before getting into a relationship. Like I can get into one. I can just walk up to any girl, just do the whole thing. But the thing is, if I'm operating from a state of scarcity that I need a girlfriend, guess what happens if ever like she leaves me? So I was in that state, by the way. Just a week ago, I was in that state where I felt like I needed one because I have certain things going on in my life. But again, as I question more on what's going on internally, I don't want to rely on someone else to fill the gap for me. I don't want to ever be dependent on somebody else. It's not just about having girlfriends. It's also about my parents, my family members. I never want to depend or rely on someone else because they have their own things going on. They have their own selves to handle, which already is huge. So, coming to the end point, if you're in your 20s, especially if you're a guy, because I'm a guy, yes, there are days where I feel super lonely. I feel lonely. I feel alone. And there are days where I'm just mentally fucked. I just am in that search for neededness. I wish I had that. But it's in such times where you'll come to realize what exactly you're missing or what exactly you should be looking into if you take a broader perspective. I know it sounds cliche, it sounds vague to some of you, but trust me, if you can zoom out for a second, everything makes sense. And you've got your own time. If you have a beautiful one, keep it, because I personally believe it's really hard to find good ones these days, especially the ones who stay with you throughout the lows. Um, and yeah, everyone's got their own time. You don't have to have just because everyone's having. Just have that concept out of your head already. If everyone is, if everyone eats shit, does not mean you're gonna eat shit. Yeah, don't follow the crowd. You do you. Follow your own time. If you are comfortable, if you really want to make, go ahead. And yeah, everyone's got their own principles, own values, just like mine. Well, if I'm not able to provide, I really don't want to be in that position. And I've got a lot of things to achieve, a lot of things to work on before I actually start thinking about girlfriends. So yeah, might make sense for you. Most of you might not make sense for any of you, but yeah, at least that's something I have come to realize so far. So let me know if that helps in any way, shape, or form. Because as guys, I know you guys get lonely at times. I know there are times where it's really tough, and it's just the way. It's just the way. That's how the games run. That's how the game's gonna go. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.